Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And welcome to our mensual meetup session. My name is 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗶𝗀𝗵 𝗥𝗲𝗂𝗵, co-organizer of AWS Congo-Brazzaville community. Today, we're going to talk about the AWS Solutions Architect Associate certification. Before we beginning, I'm going to introduce you about our AWS Congo-Brazzaville community. Okay, give me some minutes. I'm going to share my screen. It is okay?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay.
Please make it into full screen so that others can see it clearly.
Okay, good. I'm going to introduce this in French and can explain in the English. Okay. Alors, bon. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler de aujourd'hui, nous parlerons de la certification AWS Solutions Architect Associate, comment préparer la certification. Mais avant que nous puissions commencer, je vais vous introduire un peu c'est quoi notre communauté AWS Congo-Brazzaville. Alors, moi qui suis devant vous, je suis 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗶𝗀𝗵 𝗥𝗲𝗂𝗵. Je suis co-organisateur de AWS Congo-Brazzaville. Et alors, c'est quoi AWS Congo-Brazzaville? Avant de commencer, je vais vous projeter un peu. Je vous parlerai de la présentation de notre communauté. Donc, qui sommes-nous? Quels sont nos objectifs? Quelles sont les activités que nous mettons en place pour pouvoir accompagner les passionnés de l'informatique, mais également plus précisément du cloud. Je vous parlerai de nos principes. Je nous parlerai de comment nous rejoindre et pourquoi nous rejoindre. Alors, qui sommes-nous? Nous sommes une communauté locale qui est passionnée par le cloud computing, plus précisément le cloud de AWS. Nous sommes basés à Congo-Brazzaville, mais cela ne tient, nous restons ouverts à tout le monde, à tout ce qui veut rejoindre la communauté, peu importe de l'horizon où vous venez. Tant que vous êtes passionné par l'informatique, vous êtes passionné par le cloud, ou que vous voulez vous perfectionner dans le domaine du cloud computing, nous sommes avec vous. Alors, nos objectifs, nos buts ou nos objectifs principaux, c'est de promouvoir le cloud computing, notamment de AWS, développer les compétences dans le domaine des IT et créer des nouvelles opportunités. Pourquoi créer des opportunités? Parce que nous ne pouvons pas apprendre des choses ou nous ne pouvons pas nous lancer dans un domaine sans que nous ayons une vision claire, sans que nous ayons un objectif que nous voulons atteindre. Alors, dans notre communauté, nous ne passons pas notre temps seulement à promouvoir ou à développer les compétences, mais ces compétences-là doivent être mises en valeur. Ces compétences-là doivent être pratiquées. D'où notre troisième objectif qui est de créer des opportunités. Alors, nos activités, bon, comme vous avez vu aujourd'hui, nous avons mis en place un meetup. Donc, parmi nos activités, il y a la mise en place des meetups. Lorsque nous mettons en place des meetups, ça nous permet nous mettons en place des meetups chaque fin du mois pour pouvoir échanger dans tout ce qui est cloud, dans tout ce qui est préparation des certifications dans le domaine de AWS. Et pendant ces meetups, nous mettons en place des ateliers pratiques. Nous mettons en place des ateliers pratiques pour permettre à tout le monde, non seulement de se contenter dans tout ce qui est théorique, mais également d'aller sur la pratique. Parce qu'on ne peut pas apprendre que tout ce qui est théorique, mais la pratique suit après la théorie. Puisque chez nous, on dit que la théorie précède la pratique, mais après une théorie, il faudrait mettre en place une pratique. Et comme vous pouvez le voir, il y a également la préparation et certification. Donc, il y a l'accent clé que nous parlerons aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui, nous parlerons plus sur la préparation nous parlerons plus du troisième point, qui est la préparation à la certification. Nos principes. Alors, dans le domaine informatique, comme on le sait tous, le premier principe, c'est le partage. l'informatique est un domaine qui évolue tout le temps. Donc, qu'est-ce que nous faisons? Parmi nos principes, il y a le partage, il y a la communauté, il y a l'apprentissage continu, puisque nous sommes dans un domaine évolutif, on perpétue l'évolution. Donc, nous sommes là à apprendre tout le temps. Il y a également le côté collaboration. Donc, si vous avez des difficultés, vous avez des questions dans le domaine du cloud, n'hésitez pas à venir de la communauté et à échanger. Nous sommes ouverts et nous sommes en attente de vos questions. Alors, pourquoi nous rejoindre? Pourquoi nous rejoindre? Pourquoi vous pouvez nous rejoindre? C'est pour apprendre le AWS. Si vous voulez vous certifier, vous avez besoin du réseautage, nous sommes là. Vous avez besoin d'une évolution professionnelle, nous sommes là. Alors, comment nous rejoindre? Nous avons un groupe WhatsApp. Je pense que nous laisserons le lien à la fin de la réunion. Nous avons également un groupe LinkedIn, donc nous avons une page LinkedIn. Et vous pouvez nous rejoindre pour participer aux événements. Vous pouvez devenir un membre actif afin que nous puissions construire ensemble cet écosystème dans le domaine du cloud, dans le domaine de l'informatique. Donc, nos social media, vous allez voir, nous sommes sur LinkedIn, comme je l'ai dit en amont. Nous sommes sur Meetup. Nous sommes également sur WhatsApp. Alors, donc, pour les francophones, pour les anglophones, OK. This is our community AWS Congo-Brazzaville user group, our community overview, who we are, our mission, our activity, our core value, where you join us, get involved. Okay. Who are you? We are a local community of AWS Cloud enthusiasts. We are based in Congo-Brazzaville, Africa country. We are open to everyone, regardless of affluence level, everyone who is interested about cloud computing, about computer informatics, about computer science. We are open of tip of discussion. Our people is to promote cloud computing adoption, develop IT and cloud skills, creating learning and career opportunity. In our activity, we are making the meetup and networking event, hence workshop and technical session, AWS certification preparation program, and like now, we are going to talk about the AWS Solutions Architect certification. Our core value, we put value in about knowledge sharing, community, continuous learning, and collaboration. Wait, join us. If you want to learn about AWS technology, earn AWS certification, expand your professional network, or advance your career, you can join us to grow up together in the AWS domain. Get involved, participate in our event, become an activity member, help us to grow the AWS community in the Brazzaville, not just Brazzaville, but in Africa, in the world, in every country. Connect with us. If you want to connect with us, join us to our LinkedIn page, our Meetup, and our WhatsApp group. Okay. And I'm going to leave is in the chat. Okay, I'm going to leave the hand to our host today. Is ready. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Thank you, Mr. 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗶𝘁𝗵.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen first. Okay.
Et jamais.
Tu as bloqué le micro, non?
Attends.
The screen is visible, right?
Okay, good.
It's visible, right? Okay. I made it full screen, so It's visible, right, Mr. CUC? Am I inaudible? Okay. Okay. I can't see the chat as because I made it full. Okay, I'll continue. Hello, everyone. Welcome to AWS User Group 𝗪𝗲𝗍𝗍. My name is 𝗵𝗫𝗀𝗪𝗍, and today I'll be sharing my experience preparing for and passing the AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate. The goal of this session is simple, which is to help you understand what this exam is about and how to prepare effectively, which resources are worth your time, and how you can pass without spending a fortune. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you are a student, beginner in cloud, or already working in IT sector. I hope you'll leave with a clear roadmap for your certification journey. And a bit about myself. I'm currently working as a DevOps engineer in my own startup, and I have experience working with cloud infrastructure, automation, CI/CD pipelines, Linux, Docker, and backend systems. I'm already AWS Certified Solution Architect and also Google Cloud Associate Engineer certified. I'm also moderating various AWS communities like AWS certifications with over 160,000 members and AWS Cloud subreddit with over 15,000 members. Through these communities, I regularly see how what works, what kind of courses, what kind of roadmaps doesn't work and which work, and common mistakes which candidates share in their like I passed this post and I passed that, and in preparations and preparation strategies. Beyond that, my other work is revolves around AI and mostly deep learning. I published 3 publications in that, which is irrelevant. So I'll get on to this today's session. Today's session is based on my not only my own certification journey, but what I've learned across being active in this community. I'm going to share that. Okay, now a bit about the exam. AWS is a scenario-based exam, architecture exam, uh, which is goes with the code name SAA-COA3. The exam contains 65 questions, out of which 15 questions are experimental, which AWS uses it for future. They do not contribute to your score, but you won't know which questions they are. Like it's randomly like shuffled in between, so you won't know. So treat every question as seriously. You will get a total 130 minutes for writing the exam, and and if you're non-native English speaker, you can request for 30 minutes extra while scheduling the exam. So request the 30 minutes like at least a week before so that you can claim it. Many candidates do not know this and like struggle a bit, but it's no problem. You can request 30 minutes or you can take it in your own native language. Like many languages are available, like even French is available. Okay, and now for the passing score is approximately 720 out of 1000. However, AWS uses scaled scoring and does not publicly disclose the exact passing threshold. So my advice is simple: don't focus on the score. Like a pass is a pass. Like no one and no company or no organization asks for what is your AWS score. They just care about your projects and work experience and whether you have the certification or not. So that's it. Okay, why AWS Solution Architect certification? Why this specific certification trending lately? And actually it's trending for so many years. Why this? Because, okay, and let's go with point wise. Firstly, it's because it's most recognized AWS associate level certification there is. And second, it teaches architectural thinking rather than simple service memorization. Like in cloud practitioner, there are no many scenario-based questions. Like if you just know what service does what and what are the basic terms in cloud, then you can easily pass in cloud practitioner. But whereas in solution architect associate, which is like let's say the next level to this, it takes it to the next level as well, even in difficulty. Third, the knowledge gained while preparing is directly useful in real world projects. Like there are so many scenarios which you come across, like it helps you think, okay, you're basically be prepared for anything. Even if your goal isn't becoming a solution architect, the concepts covered are very useful. Like for DevOps engineers, developers, cloud engineers, even security professionals. It's only a natural stepping stone towards professional level AWS certification, as well as to the other associate level certifications. Like solution architect covers wide varieties of services in every domain, a bit, while compared to other associate where they go deep in that specific domain. If you're wondering, you can pass the exam without spending a cent. You are absolutely right. There's a way, but it takes time and effort considerable to the paid one, but it's worth it nonetheless, and it's possible. And in reality, many people pass this certification using mostly free resources. You can check it out on AWS certification subreddit, where many people have shared it. I'm going through those testimonials only. The formula is surprisingly simple. Free video courses, which are available in multiple areas in YouTube and AWS Skills Builder, and hands-on labs, and then they go for practice question. That's it. You don't need anything else. Consistency matters much more than expensive courses. Like if you consistently spend few hours per day, then you're good to go. Spending 30 to 60 minutes every day is also fine, no problem, for a few months. And if you're willing to make it into few hours, you can do it in like a month. But it depends on you and your free time, no problem. Anything is fine. And best free video courses which are available right now is this is Andrew Brown's 50-hour Solution Architect Associate course, which is available on Free CodeCamp's YouTube channel for free. Have prepared Google's associate associate engineer from him. He teaches very good. I can assure you that you will pass. It's alone enough for you. And AWS Skill Builder, which is basically AWS own course, let's say Coursera, AWS own Coursera, where there are so many practice tests, labs, and paths where you can learn specific video courses. There's also the path for a solution architect as well, which is good, but also go for the free code camp one. And also try to go for YouTube's AWS events, like where they go for last year's AWS reInvent sessions, where they teach about the scenario-based questions. And many like experienced like team leads of in AWS team or the project managers, like they go into these scenarios, explain what problems they faced, and you'll get to know, okay, that service works better in this scenario, and how to save money in this scenario. They'll teach you that. It's also available on YouTube for free. You can watch it. And of course, you can use ChatGPT, Gemini. It's okay, it's fine. But while you use those AI models, be sure to cite it from like AWS documentation, so that it gives you the correct answer. It's okay, like when you come across a service you don't know and you want a quick answer, you can go for them. But be sure to ask for where did you find this information. If it's listing out AWS documentation, you can absolutely trust it. Also do verify if the correct documentation it's citing to is correct or not, it's matching or not. It's fine. And as for free hands-on lab, like it's absolutely necessary. Like this is where many candidates make mistake. Watching videos is not enough. The exam expects you to understand how AWS services behave in real scenarios. Like you can use AWS free tier so that build small projects, and don't forget to terminate all those sessions so that you don't rack up a bill. And AWS workshops. Oh, this is the recommended one. Like many groups, AWS user groups, or even AWS reInvent host these workshops for free. During those periods, like uh, they provide step-by-step labs for the expensive services, so that in free tier those services are not available, but you can try out them here for free in that scenario based. And they even assign you the step-by-step guides, like how to activate this, and how do you get this service out of this, and how do you make a product out of this, so that you get a better understanding how those services work in detail. And of course, AWS Cloud Quest. It's basically gamified cloud quest. You learn it in like game like sequence. It's easier to get into, and it covers basically all the basic cloud concepts. And even next up is skill builder labs. AWS's own skill builder has labs which are mostly free except for few, but the paid ones are not required, since the free ones are enough for you to get hands-on experience for solution architect. And also, AWS also provides a free challenge where you can build your own cloud resume, a real portfolio project, which you can make it public. They provide step-by-step guides and which services to use, and they let you host it for free too. Okay, next up, what are free practice tests and AWS knowledge bias which you require? Once you built a foundation, start testing yourself. Use AWS Skill Builder sample questions, uh, and then as I told you, right, the free code camps video on AWS Solution Architect course. Adrian, it's the course is taught by Adrian Brown on YouTube. He has also made a website, and he gives courses in that. It's called Exam Pro, where he's giving one practice exam for solution architect for free. You can go there as well. Its difficulty is on par with the current certification exam. And in AWS Cloud Quest also there are quizzes, like in separate domain wise, each topic wise, which are good as well. And while you do those quizzes, it's important to not to focus on scores. Like you need to focus on the explanation of each answer. Okay, even though you got it right, you read the explanation so that you get to understand it a bit more. Okay, and use the practice exams to identify your weak domains. Like I think yeah, Exam Pro free practice exam, it lets you know like which areas are you lacking and which you are scoring bad, and it flags you that. Okay, next are sorry. Next are micro credentials. AWS recently launched micro credentials. Okay, what are they? Basically, they are like mini certifications for each topic. Like AWS knowledge for networking, storage, serverless. Like learn a topic, try to do a micro credential in this. Here's a link for that. I'll share you the PPT after the session in French and English so that you can access them later easily. Don't worry, I'll share them after the meet. Yeah. Okay, now for the paid resources, which are worth considering. Okay, don't think that if I pay money for a courses, it will help me pass the exam easily. It's not that. It's just that you're saving time. That's it. You can pass from free resources as well. But for paid resources, these are done by the real professional like 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗁. He's been doing it since a decade, I think. He has way more experience in teaching, like what exam patterns are there and that, which is fine. If you are willing to save some time, then go for it. It's not necessarily you have to go for a paid services. Anything is fine. And Adrian Canthal, he goes very deep into the AWS services. Like he offers labs as well, but it's a bit expensive. It's around $40, I think. And same as Neil Levels, he has multi-cloud experience. He teaches every certification. And for paid practice exams, I recommend tutorial dojos. These practice exams are difficult more than the certification exam itself. Like if you get a 70% or 80% on this, you'll definitely gonna get around 900 marks on this. Like I paid for tutorial dojos exam. I was getting on average of 70 to 75%, and on the exam day I got 911 score. That this exam is way more difficult than the certification exam itself. Okay, now for the AWS core services. If you only remember these services, it will cover almost 80% of the exam, because these services are core services of AWS. Most SAA questions revolve around relatively small group of services for compute, EC2, auto scaling, and elastic load balancer. It revolves around, and rarely it goes with that, but it goes there. Like one question. And for storage, S3 buckets, EBS, EFS, and Glacier. And for databases, Glacier Database Service, Aurora, DynamoDB. And for networking, VPC, Route 53, CloudFront. For security, IAM, security groups, and KMS. For serverless, Lambda, SQS, and SNS. You do not need to master every services. You just need to master these services only. Like master core services first, then go for other services. And you don't need to learn every services, because they are asked like very few questions and it's totally randomized. Okay, let's go into the exam domains. This slide tells us where AWS places the most weight. Security is the largest domain at 30% of the questions. Like what design secures this architecture? What services should I follow before making the website public, like that? And the resilience comes next at 26%. Like which architecture is resilient when there's a surge of traffic, like that? Most probably those questions. And then a followed domain is performance optimization, like vertical balancing, horizontal balancing in specific scenario based questions, which is at 24% of the questions come from here. And the 20% design cost optimized architectures. Like there are questions where like every service is correct for the scenario, but you need to choose a specific service which saves you more money in the long run. And rest of the percent of the questions are the vast majority of services in AWS, like any services. It can be any service. There's a service for anything. Like it can be from like SageMaker, or like something related to the networking side, which is least used, but is used for that specific scenario only. Okay, most tested comparison. I said before, right? Like which service AWS specifically asks questions where every answer is correct, but you have to look for which services is suitable for that scenario to save money. And these are the common scenarios. Like in databases, mostly revolves around RDS, multi easy versus red replicas, so that there's less latencies. it can be latency or maybe another scenario, but it usually revolves around this services only. And for storage, EBS versus EFS, or EBS versus S3 or EFS, like vice versa. It revolves around these. And S3 standard versus IA, or it's versus 𝗪𝗍. And for networking, it's like which security groups versus NACLs, and ALB versus NLB, NAT gateway versus NAT instance. What would you use? And for messaging, which would messaging services would you use based on your service, SQS or SNS or Event Bridge? And for compute, yeah, there are different types of instances, right? Definitely, those will definitely come. That's a damn sure question. Like reserved instances versus spot instances, or what are the savings plans? In like there are plans in AWS like enterprise plan, developer plan, and the free support plan. They ask questions in that too. That's one damn sure question as well. Okay, how AWS wants you to think. This may be the most important slide in this entire presentation. The exam is heavily influenced by AWS well-architected framework. These are the 6 pillars, if you remember from Cloud Practitioner. Okay, if you haven't done Cloud Practitioner, that's okay, since you can directly go for Solution Architect, no issues there. First pillar is security, second pillar is reliability, and third pillar is performance efficiency. Fourth is cost optimization. Fifth is operational excellence. Sixth is sustainability. So, okay. When you're stuck between two answers, ask yourself this: which option requires less operational effort? Which option is more reliable? Which option is more cost effective? Very often, that's the AWS answer. It usually every option usually revolves around this 6 pillars only, nothing beyond this. Okay, my recommended study roadmap for you. Like for first 1 to 4 weeks, I recommend do one video course with hands-on labs, so that you get hands-on experience and know the theoretical knowledge as well. Then go for white papers, which is AWS publishes white papers time to time on basically these topics itself. And digital badges, where I said micro credentials, right? Do those. You'll get somewhat experiences in that. If some services has changed its pricing policy, you will get to know in that in white papers. And after 5 weeks, you may, like, if you feel confident, start with practice exams, so that you can know, okay, which topics am I forgetting, which I need to review, so that you need to revise them. At 8th week, you are ready, you can go for the exam. If you score like at least 80% in any practice exam, which I showed you in the earlier slides, you're good to go for the exam. At least take 1 week practicing exams and revising them and reviewing each answer in each explanation for 1 week. Then you're good to go for an exam. Okay, what if you say you already have been working for AWS more than 5 years? You can directly go for exams. Then you will know in which areas you're lacking, and then you can go for explanation in white papers and directly go for the exam there onwards. No issue. Make any path suitable for you. But this is my recommendation, which work well in my AWS certifications community. That's why I'm sharing this path. Okay, what not to do during exams while preparing and while giving the exam, because AWS can know if you're doing these things. Like, don't use dumps or leaked questions. I've seen scenarios where some people use dumps. Okay, you may ask, what are dumps? It's basically some organization for money. They basically scrape questions from AWS and upload it into their question bank. So it basically means you memorize those question and answers and appear for exam instead of learning what services are, what it exactly does. You just become a parrot. You know that question answer is this, that's it. I've seen some people using this, which is not good because AWS may revoke your certification later. I've seen 10 posts when I became the modern AWS certification. Like someone used dumps, they got caught later, and the certification was revoked. Yeah, they use algorithm uh, like for every question you're spending this time and it's suspicious according to their algorithm, then it will trigger a flag. Then a reviewer will review your recording and answers and see like if you memorized it or not. And don't memorize the practice exam questions blindly because you need to know why it's wrong for you, why it's correct for you. You need to like learn the explanation. And also don't skip the networking and security topic. As I said, they have the most weightage in the exam. Also, as I said before, don't rely on AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini without verifying official docs. Ask it to like make a prompt that like you whatever your question is, and below that attach a prompt where okay, could you give me the source where you are going to give the explanation to my question? It'll ask it to give it from only AWS docs only, not from any random website, so that you will be sure that this is correct answer, this is correct explanation. And always don't ignore hands-on practice. Many people make this mistake, and when they go for interviews or like during their job, they're totally clueless. Okay, what should I do? The AWS console looks very intimidating to me. I don't want to like burn money. That's why you need hands-on experience. Certification is just a piece of PDF, but hands-on experience gets you the job, gets you the promotion. Okay, more AWS free learning tools. Like there's a AWS free architecture design game on AWS Skills Web Builder website. You can Google it. It's good for beginner practice, which reinforces your architectural concepts. And it's a fun alternative from traditional learning through like white papers and documentation. You can learn and from videos. Here's the link. Don't worry, I'll share this again later in blog or the PPT itself, however you want. And more free tools, AWS Skills Builder I have discussed before, Cloud Quest, workshop, documentation, and reinvent session. Don't forget reinvent sessions, like the leading AWS team leads conduct these sessions. Okay, AWS certificate discount and vouchers. As you know, the exam is expensive, like 150 US dollars, which is very expensive. Okay, how you can get vouchers for that? If you already pass like cloud practitioner or any other certification, you get 50% off on your next exam. Okay, but what if you say this is your first exam? As of now, there are no solution architect vouchers, but I think there's 10% offer is going on, and if you buy the voucher from Udemy, only 10% off, which is still expensive, but it's better than nothing though. Or there's also another offer going on, like if you pay the full price instead of that 10% discount, you get one free retake. Do check it out. And in this subreddit, everything is explained here. And also there's whatever I told you here, there's a thread in subreddit in AWS certification. It's mentioned over there too. You can check it out. Also, if you're a student, if your university or college is partnered with AWS, you can get a free vouchers from AWS Academy as well. And as for meetups, like online sessions may not get you vouchers, But oftenly, like in AWS event offline meetups, you can get free certifications from there, like if you attend it offline. Another thing is, okay, yesterday I think AWS introduced a new offer, but it's for cloud practitioner and AI practitioner. But you can go for those and get 50% off, and you can use it in solution architect as well. So it gets down to $75 and $50, which is basically the same price. Like, consider this: instead of paying full for a solution architect exam for $150 plus tax, you're getting three certifications actually. Okay, let me first explain the offer. Like you need to write AI practitioner first. You will get 50% off on that. Basically, it's $50 plus tax. And if you pass that exam, you get AWS Cloud Practitioner for free. Okay, since you pass these two certifications, you get 250% off vouchers from each of the examination, which can be used on any exam. Like you can use this on solution architect exam. So see, instead of paying $150 directly to the exam, you're getting three certifications. Like $50 for you spend on AI practitioner, you write cloud practitioner for free, and you get 50% off on next exam. If you write solution architect, that's $75 plus tax. So basically $125, 50 plus 75, 125 plus tax. So basically 150, and if you include those tax, it's basically around $150. I think it's better for you to go for AI practitioner first and get the offer, then cloud practitioner, then go for solution architect. It will be much easier for you. Okay. Excuse me. My final advice, your part to pass is to basically set yourself 5 milestones. Like pick one course, stick with it, do hands-on practice regularly, like labs, and then and also games as well. Those are very interactive. You will definitely enjoy it. Focus on understanding the trade-offs, like where are you lacking, where are you making mistakes. And definitely, after when you get a good grip of these services, go for the practice exams, not just learning tools. Like it will let you know like which domain you are struggling, so that you can revise it again. And remember, consistency beats cramming. Like Rome isn't built on a single day; it's built over centuries. So prepare consistently along few months, few weeks, doesn't matter. Just maintain consistency. Just instead of planning it and all this into 1 week, you definitely may fail because you're just mugging up at that point. Okay, career questions, and ask me anything. I'll call William over to this meet so that he'll answer your questions. 1 minute.
Okay. Ready is okay?
Please do ask your questions. Don't feel shy. If you
Excuse
can't
me.
open your mic, do ask it in the chat box.
Okay. Before every question, I'm going
William
to
will
make.
join shortly.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Sages,
Okay.
please continue.
Okay. Before every question, I want to make few resume in French for the person who speak French. Can I?
Yeah, please. I'll come from start. Till
Okay.
till that time, Mr. William will join in the meanwhile. Okay, I've started the presentation. Please start it, translate it into French. Thank you, Mr. Sages.
Ok. Ok. What is mes notes? Bon, ok, merci. Donc, je vais faire un petit résumé en français de c'est quoi la certification AWS Cloud Architect Associate. Alors, c'est quoi? La solution Architect Cloud, qui est abrégée par la 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗂3, en fait, est une certification AWS qui est populaire. qui est pour des débutants et également les intermédiaires. Donc, son objectif, c'est de valider les compétences en tout ce qui est conception des architectures cloud sécurisées, créer des systèmes reliés et disponibles, optimiser les performances de tout ce qui est déploiement des composants au niveau du cloud. Ça nous permet aussi de comprendre comment nous pouvons réduire les coûts en ce qui est la mise en place de notre infrastructure cloud. Et ça nous permettrait également de choisir les bonnes solutions. Alors, la solution s'effectue en 65 questions. 65 questions et ça dure pendant 130 minutes, donc soit 1h30. Et le score de passage est de 720 sur 100. You can click another PowerPoint. The second. 4, yes, the 4. Okay. Ready?
1 minute. I'm announcing something in the chat box. Everyone, please do ask your career questions in the chat box so that when William joins, he'll go through those and answer it accordingly. Okay.
Okay.
Moving to the next slide.
Okay. Alors,
Mr.
okay,
CSC, see
Yes.
next slide when you are finished with this.
OK, good. OK, maintenant, pourquoi passer la certification AWS? Donc, la solution 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗶𝗋, qui est l'abréviation de la solution Architect Cloud Associate. Pourquoi passer cette certification? En fait, c'est une certification qui est très reconnue par les recruteurs et ça constitue une excellente porte d'entrée vers le métier du cloud. Il nous permet également de nous préparer aux certifications de niveau supérieur. Par exemple, il y a la certification qui est carrément architecte expert, par exemple. Et ça nous enseigne également tout ce qui est architecture réelle au niveau entreprise. Another screen? OK. Comment passer gratuitement la certification? C'est que pour passer la certification, on peut reçu cette certification gratuitement, premièrement en apprenant tout seul, avec les plateformes telles que AWS 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗶𝘆. Il y a également la documentation de AWS. Vous pouvez ici également aller checker les events pour pouvoir passer la certif. Il y a aussi les moyens de pratiquer gratuitement avec AWS Free Trawler ou avec AWS Cloud Quest. OK. Another screen? OK. Quel service? Bon, OK. Il y a aussi également des vidéos que vous pouvez voir sur les plateformes telles que YouTube aussi. Il y a des vidéos que vous pouvez suivre pour pouvoir passer la certif d'une manière gratuite. OK, another question? OK. Également, des plateformes, comme je l'ai dit en amont, des plateformes qui vous permettent de passer de faire des labs gratuits, donc parmi lesquels il y a AWS Free Trials, il y a le workshop de AWS, il y a surtout 𝗪𝗪𝗪 que je recommande beaucoup, qui possède plusieurs labs, et également le Cloud Resume Challenge que vous pouvez aller voir. OK. C'est bon? Another screen? OK. Donc là, vous allez voir les liens. Vous allez voir les liens ainsi que les topics que vous pouvez, donc les sujets que vous pouvez lire pour vous préparer sur la certification. Donc, il y a parmi ces sujets, il y a le networking, donc le VPC. Le networking, c'est tout ce qui concerne le réseau au niveau AWS. Il y a le storage, donc le storage, ce sont les services de stockage. Par exemple, avec des stockages de bases de données avec RDS. Les bases de données qui peuvent être relationnelles, non relationnelles avec NoSQL et RDS. Vous pouvez également utiliser S3, qui est également dans le stockage, qui nous permet par exemple de stocker des sites web statiques, par exemple. Nous avons des services serverless. Donc, pour ceux qui utilisent, par exemple, des solutions telles que les SAS, vous pouvez utiliser les solutions servers. Et il y a des solutions compute, donc les ordinateurs que vous déployez, vous pouvez déployer sur le cloud avec la fonction 𝗪𝗐𝗐. OK. Another. Thank you. OK. Donc, il y a aussi également, quand on passe une certif, des fois aussi, il faut payer certains cours ou certaines ressources pour mieux se préparer à la certification. Donc, parmi lesquelles vous pouvez suivre, parmi les ressources payants considérables, il y a par exemple l'instructeur Adrien Sandril qui donne des bons cours. Lui, il est focus sur tout ce qui est deep architecture et les labs. Il est également dans tout ce qui est la compréhension des services et la prise en main du deep learning. Donc, il y a également des instructeurs. Et tout ça là, vous pouvez trouver ça sur les plateformes telles que AWS 𝗪𝗂𝗵𝗁. OK. Another screen. OK. Donc, là, comme je l'ai dit en amont, donc vous avez des services corps que vous pouvez rencontrer, donc des questions concernant des services que vous pouvez rencontrer pendant la certification pendant votre passage à l'examen à la certif de la 𝗪𝗂𝗂𝗪, donc parmi lesquels il y a le 𝗪𝗐𝗂, il y a l'autoscaling, il y a le VPC, la route 53, qui est un service qui concerne le DNS. Vous avez également plusieurs solutions, par exemple avec IAM, qui concerne tout ce qui est Identity Access Management. Vous avez également Lambda, vous avez RDS, Aura, et ainsi de suite. OK. Another screen, please. OK, donc là, vous allez voir pendant les domaines, donc la manière dont c'est noté pendant la certif. Donc, on a 30% qui concerne le design et l'architecture. On a 26% du score qui concerne la résilience, donc tout ce qui est 𝗪𝗐𝗂𝗹𝗹, donc haute disponibilité. Tout ce qui est, par exemple, la résistance de l'infrastructure que vous pouvez mettre en place. Donc, il y a également 24% qui concerne le design high performing, donc la performance du design. Et le 20%, ça concerne l'optimisation des coûts. Parce que lorsqu'on arrive en entreprise, nous n'allons pas déployer une infrastructure qui va nous consommer en tout ce qui est ressources monétaires. Donc, nous devons mettre en place une architecture qui va répondre aux besoins financiers de l'entreprise. Une architecture qui ne va pas coûter à l'entreprise. Another screen, please. OK. Donc, ça, pendant l'examen, vous pouvez croiser plusieurs comparaisons qu'on peut vous demander de mettre en place. Parmi ces comparaisons, sur le stockage, on peut parler, par exemple, la comparaison entre EBS, EFS et S3. Pourquoi cette comparaison? Malgré que tout ceci malgré que tout ça sont des services de stockage, mais ils ne jouent pas le même rôle. Par exemple, avec EBS qui concerne tout ce qui est stockage du disque au niveau des instances instituts que vous pouvez mettre en place sur le cloud. Vous avez EFS qui concerne tout ce qui est partage de fichiers sur le cloud. Vous avez également le S3 qui est stockage de fichiers tels que les images. OK, another screen. Hello, William.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, Angel.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. OK. Là, nous parlons de comment penser à propos de la sécurité sur AWS. Donc, comment penser en ce qui concerne AWS. Donc, si vous voulez passer la certification, pensez plutôt les concepts tels que sécurité, reliability, donc sécurité, performance des coûts, haute disponibilité, et ainsi que l'opération, donc l'excellence des opérations. Another screen. OK. Là, ça, c'est la partie qui me plaît beaucoup, c'est comment passer la solution architecte en 8 semaines. Donc, comment la passer? Première semaine, vous pouvez vous contenter dans tout ce qui est fondamentaux. Donc, les vidéos, dans tout ce qui est fondamentaux. Donc, vous pouvez aller sur des formations vidéo de 1 à 4 semaines. Vous pouvez aller sur des formations de vidéo. Vous pouvez aller sur des labs. Et la semaine 3, vous pouvez aller sur ce qui est Donc, la 5e semaine qui pouvait aller sur ce qui est approfondissement des connaissances, avec notamment la documentation, en tout cas, tout ce qui est documentation et autres. Et la semaine 6 et 7, vous pouvez plus vous concentrer dans tout ce qui est lab. Vous pouvez vous concentrer sur la mise en place des labs et ainsi de suite. Et sur la 8e semaine, qui est la dernière semaine, vous pouvez maintenant faire une révision générale et enfin passer la certification et c'est bon. Another screen. OK. OK, bon. Pendant la préparation de la certification, il y a des choses à ne pas faire. Bon, parmi lesquelles, c'est télécharger des dumps qui sont piratés ou apprendre des réponses par cœur. Pourquoi ne pas apprendre des réponses par cœur? Parce que l'objectif de la Solution Architect, c'est de vous préparer dans tout ce qui est la mise en place des infrastructures des entreprises. Donc, vous n'allez pas mettre une infrastructure d'entreprise en passant par des questions que vous allez avaler. Non, cela ne vous permettra pas de réussir la certif. Donc, évitez d'avaler les questions. Ne négligez pas le réseau et la sécurité. Ne pas faire confiance aveuglément à l'IA parce qu'aujourd'hui, on est dans l'ère de l'IA et les gens ont tendance à plus faire confiance à l'IA, mais ça peut arriver que pendant une certif et que si vous avez avalé une question, donc, vous avez retenu une question qui avait été donnée par l'IA, cette question peut être fausse et cela peut vous coûter la certif. OK, donc. Et enfin, n'oubliez pas, ne pas ignorer la pratique. Donc, et là, nous avons des tools gratuits pour apprendre au niveau AWS, pour préparer la certif. Vous avez AWS Card Crash, qui vous permet d'avoir des questionnaires free en ce qui est architecte preparation. Et vous pouvez également renforcer vos compétences. OK, I finish. Et si vous avez des questions, nous sommes là et à répondre à toutes vos questions. Any question? You are here. And avant de commencer, on va laisser à William peut-être vous partager un peu son expérience. Excuse me, Will, can you share your experience about AWS?
Sure. Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending to our meeting, and thanks to our invited speaker, Ajit. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
I know I've been working and learning from you, Ajit, and I think you agree with me that AWS is a great tool to help our careers grow, both professional and personal. I've been using AWS technologies for almost the last 10 years, and I have seen how people, when we start learning, there are so many new concepts, so many new stuff to learn, that sometimes it's overwhelming. But one way to start learning step by step is exactly what 𝗪𝗓𝗃 has shown us today through certifications. Because certification by itself doesn't make the professional. It's not the whole thing, but it's a very good way to show the world that we know, that we have knowledge. When we prepare for a certification, we need to involve what 𝗪𝗃 has shown us: concepts, architectures, services, use cases. But do not only keep the theory. Try to join the theory with practical skills. We have Skill Builder. Some courses are paid, some not. But if you are just starting, you can go to Cloud Quest Cloud Practitioner. It has like 12 challenges. All of them are for free, and you can try that. Keep working, keep learning, and keep practicing. But I think, and you may agree with me, 𝗪𝗃, that the most important thing is self-commitment. You can have all the tools, you can pay all the subscriptions, you can do whatever you want. But if you don't commit to yourself, you'll do nothing. You need to make sure that you are aligning your personal goals with the certification you're about to take. Card Clash, exactly. Thank you so much, Marian. And What we are seeing now in the screen is that certifications in AWS have different levels. We have foundational, associate, professional, specialties. And the first one I suggest is go with the cloud practitioner foundational. And there is a course in the skill builder called AWS Cloud Essentials. It lasts 12 hours, 45 minutes. You don't need to take it in a one single chance. You can study a bit every day. And when you complete that course, again, you can go to the Cloud West, Cloud Practitioner, Foundational. I have seen people pushing or chasing jobs. But I also have seen how companies go to people when they get certifications. If you're looking for a job, but you don't go with certifications, you may have a harder time to find a job. So another suggestion is go to certifications. And this certification that we have studied today, the Solutions Architect Associate, is a very good one because it shows that you have a broad overall knowledge of AWS. You can start with the cloud practitioner and then go with this one. People ask me, Will, what certification should I pursue or should I study for? And I ask, what do you want to do? What is the role or job you want to land? You want to be a developer? You want to be an AI engineer? When people say, no, I'm still thinking of where to focus, go with this one. Because this one gives you overall concepts, knowledge, use cases. And from there, you can start going with another directions. For this one, this is, to me, cloud practitioner and solutions architect are must have certifications. And again, I have seen people going from this level, their careers, and exponentially growing when they start getting certifications. That has happened to me. In one moment, another suggestion, don't let the certifications go invalid. You need to renew before they expire. You need to renew your certifications. So plan ahead time. If you have a Solutions Architect Associate, it's going to end on December 2026, start studying before that so you can apply again and it can be renewed. Also, I'm not sure, but I think this is still valid. If you have the cloud practitioner, the Solutions Architect Associate will extend the time, correct me if I'm wrong, Harshit, the Solutions Architect Associate will extend the valid time of the cloud practitioner.
Yes. I took cloud practitioner last year and I solution architect 1 month before. So it extended my cloud practitioner validity to 1 more year as well.
And that exactly happens when you work with the Solutions Architect professional. It extends both the cloud practitioner and the Solutions Architect Associate. So you can start also preparing like that. With a cloud practitioner, then go with the Solutions Architect Associate, and it will extend your valid time for that certification. And please, if you have any comments, questions, you can ask them in the chat, or you can raise your hand.
If anyone doesn't understand English, no problem. Please ask it in French. Mr. 𝗪𝗂𝗍 will translate it for us.
Okay, I think everything is good. Bon, ceux qui ont des questions, je pense que vous pouvez laisser vos questions sur tout ce qui a été dit. Je pense qu'il est maintenant l'heure que nous puissions répondre un peu aux questions. D'abord, merci d'être là et nous pouvons passer aux questions-réponses. Je pense qu'ils sont là, ils sont ouverts pour vous écouter. But we can going to ask the question. Someone have a question, can left to the text and or you can open your micro and ask the question if you have any question.
Which AWS services show up most often in exams? Okay, let me go to that PPT. These core services are asked the most in during certification exam. I can compute EC2, auto scaling, 𝗪𝗵. And don't worry, I'll share this in a form of blog with everyone after this session in detail. Since it's a PPT, like we can't go in detail of each service, right? I will attach the links of each and everything there too. These are the services where 80% of the questions are based on, and rest of that 20% are based on the like. So there are so many services in AWS, right? Like let's say at least 400 plus, and each services you can't possibly know each and every service. So in those services, the rest of the 20% questions are based on. But 80%, this is the like in these services only it revolves around. Any more questions?
Est-ce qu'il y a toujours des questions? Quelqu'un a des questions à ajouter? Okay, I think you had no question.
Oh, there's
There
one
is any
question.
question?
There's another question.
There, I just have a small query. I was provided with Skill Builder subscription for 12 months from my university. I was assigned some training activity and practice exam. If I complete particular practice exam and training course, for example, solution architect, can I get a potential free voucher? Yes. Recently, I've seen a thread where AWS has temporarily suspended like giving vouchers. So it depends on AWS skill builder. Like they can suspend giving out vouchers for a specific period of time, and they can re-enable it later. So complete your course now and redeem it whenever it's available. Which topics have changed the most between older version and current solution architect associate? I think there's no much of changes because these core services have been there since the dawn of AWS. So yeah, and if you most probably the AI services have added a lot of changes. That's why they removed machine learning specialty certification, and instead of that they have added generative AI professional. If they are changing services like this, they are gonna rework the certification. So don't worry, solution architect hasn't had any like major changes. Okay, next question. Is only MCQ style questions asked in a solution architect exam, or new style of questions which are recently introduced, like ordering, matching, class case studies are also asked in exam? Oh, only MCQ style questions are asked in this exam. Like most of the questions are in single correct answer MCQs, and few questions have multiple correct answers, which like two correct answers only in multiple choice questions only. Only Azure certification has that style of asking questions like match the following, like ordering and all. I've seen it. I gave Azure certification as well. In that, I saw those patterns. AWS doesn't do like that. Even Google Cloud doesn't do like that. Okay. Any more questions? You feel free to ask it in any language, French or English. Okay. Don't know, I'll share this in a form of blog in detailed version, which with every link in the user group as well. and Mr. 𝗪𝗂𝗍 will share it in WhatsApp groups and LinkedIn as well, so that you can read it in detail later too. And thank you everyone for taking your time on a Saturday in your holiday for joining us in this session. Thank you all. Thank you, William, for waking up in so early in the morning, taking time for us. Thank you too as well.
Thank you so much
It's
for
5
attending.
a.m. over there for Mr. William.
Thank you so much to everyone for attending. Oh, sorry, I think there's another question in French.
Mr. 𝗪𝗍𝗍, could you please translate it? It's
Ceux
in
qui ont
the
des
chat.
en français, ok. Ceux qui ont des questions en français, n'hésitez pas à laisser dans le chat. Vous n'avez pas des questions?
I translated. I'm going to try, Harshit. Pre-certifications. No.
Can say please, William?
Yes.
Hi. I can give an answer.
Sure, please.
Ok, donc les certifications gratuites sont reconnues, oui. Avec AWS, quand vous passez un examen, vous recevez à la fin un badge et ce badge est international. Avec ce badge, vous pouvez montrer ou partager vos connaissances à tout le monde et tout le monde reconnaît que vous êtes certifié sur tel ou tel sujet ou niveau d'expérience avec AWS et c'est possible. Pour ces certifications, vous devez aller les faire sur AWS Skill Builder. Vous suivez le cours. À la fin, vous passez un examen que la plateforme va vous demander. Puis, quand vous allez réussir avec le taux ou le niveau de score qui doit être atteint, à la fin de ça, vous recevez un badge qui atteste que vous êtes certifié, le cours que vous avez suivi ou bien la formation que vous avez suivie, vous êtes capable de présenter quelque chose, c'est-à-dire que vous avez pleine connaissance de la chose dont vous avez étudié. Donc, les certifications gratuites sont bien et bien reconnues. J'espère que j'ai répondu à votre question.
Thank you, Mariam. Merci, Mariam. Merci, Mariam.
Hi, Venkata. Yes, about the extension of validity exam.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Yes, if you can repeat that, Harshit, please.
Okay. For example, last year I have done cloud practitioner exam in 2025 June. Yeah, around this time only. And last month I wrote a solution architect exam. So when I got my results, like the usual validity for any certification is 3 years, right? So I cleared cloud practitioner in 2025. So it's valid till 2028. But when I did my solution architect exam last month, I got for a solution architect is 2026 to 2029, 3 years, right? So since cloud practitioner is basically the solution architect is basically the success of cloud practitioner. So cloud practitioner validity also got extended 1 year. So it's now extended to 2029 as well, even though I got the certification in 2025.
I'm going to take the screen for a second to visually explain what you just said, right, Harshit?
Okay,
if
I'll say that.
Yes, if you go with cloud practitioner, for example, it ends on December 2026, but then you take Solutions Architect Associate on November. So you will have 1 year more with cloud practitioner and Solutions Architect. And the same happens if you go with Solutions Architect Professional. It will automatically extend Solutions Architect Associate and Cloud Practitioner Foundational. I know that it also happens with developer. If developer associate will end on December 2026, but you take the DevOps Professional on November, it will extend both.
but DevOps professional won't increase your validity of AI practitioner and cloud
No,
practitioner because those aren't.
Yes, I only saw this because a long time ago I had both. So when I was about to expire the developer, I think the DevOps professional and extended both. Yep.
For AI practitioner, only ML associate extends that, and for professional, Gen AI extends ML practitioner, so ML associate and AI practitioner both.
Yes.
So basically, the related domains only.
Mhm.
Okay. 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 So passing the higher valued certification, like yeah, that's basically it.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Any more questions? That's it, right? Okay. Even if you get more questions later, you're always welcome to DM us. Reach out in AWS user group to me or to Mr. William and to Mr. Sagase as well. Sorry, Sagase, right? Sorry for mispronunciation. Such a beautiful name, though. It means wisdom in French. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for attending. And thank you all for enjoy. Yes, enjoy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward.
Have a great rest of the weekend. God keep blessing you. Thank you for attending. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.